Disney's Animal Kingdom is a half-day park. Don't even need a whole day to do it. At least that's what some people think. And today, we're testing that theory. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel and welcome to Disney's Animal Kingdom. Russ is here with us today.
Good morning.
And we have a mission. The mission is to see how much we can do before noon here at Disney's Animal Kingdom. Now, chances are, you've heard a lot of people talking about how Disney's Animal Kingdom is one of those parks that might not even be worth visiting. I strongly disagree. But there are also a lot of people out there who say that you can knock out everything that this park has to offer before lunch. So we're doing what we do best. Gonna see if that actually makes sense. Now, my opinion is no, it doesn't. There's way too much to do here at Disney's Animal Kingdom than can be accomplished before you sit down for a midday meal. And I have to ask Russ, do you agree?
That it's a half-day park?
Yeah.
Not even close.
I know, right?
Yeah, half the stuff barely opens at the half-day mark, so I don't even know how that's even possible.
Well, like I said, we're gonna put it to the test today. We do have some rules. First and foremost, we are here early. It's not quite rope drop, and of course we don't have early theme park entry, but we did tap in about 5 minutes after the park opened for the day. Also, we're gonna try and make this work. We're gonna try and do as much as we can. I'm not gonna just get in line for Flight of Passage and kill 2 hours, you know? That doesn't sound like a good idea.
No.
So we're gonna do our best to try and knock out as much as we can, and I think we're gonna start in DinoLand USA. What do you say, ready to go?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, let's go. Now, there are 2 attractions here in DinoLand USA. Dinosaur, pretty popular attraction, as well as TriceraTop Spin. We're gonna try and knock out both, but let's not forget that we did pass a meet and greet on our way here. That was the Moana meet and greet. I've never done that. Of course, Russ has never met Moana. We'll see if we can do it a little bit later, but if we don't get back to it, it's already one thing that we've passed. On our way to Dinosaur, we can also see that there are some meet and greets here. I think it's 2 or 3 of them. Well, Donald is kind of out that way, and then on the trail itself, you can meet Chip and Dale as well as Daisy. I don't know if you can meet Goofy in there. Can't remember, but currently they're not open. So we might have to return back if we can get to it, or it'll be something we skip today. First order of business though, Dinosaur, this might be our final ride.
Yeah, especially for me. Yeah, it might be.
Wow, 5-minute wait. So let's jump in line.
The future is truly in the past.
Hello there.
9:24. We're making our way into our time rover. It's been so long since we've been on this ride.
Okay, now let's go get that dino. Computer, what are you tracking?
Styracosaurus.
Not our dino.
Warning, meteor shower in range.
Just little one.
How's that gonna hold it?
That was awesome. I love that ride. Okay, 9:36. The only thing to do now here in DinoLand is make our way over to TriceraTop Spin, which, as it turns out, I've never done before.
Neither have I, actually, now that you say that.
First time for everything. This is a standard Dumbo style attraction, but I've heard that this one tilts like forward and back. So that's kind of cool. 10-minute wait. You ready?
No, I'm excited. We've never done this one before.
Fist bump.
I forgot I have a microphone. I don't have to yell.
Ooh, I got the higher and lower one. You've got the tilt one.
Oh, okay.
Let's go for a spin.
Let's do it. Ooh, here we go. We're going all the way up, guys. That's how we do it here. Woo, I love this. Check it out.
Oh,
Russ is tilting us. Woo!
oh my God.
This is so much fun. Oh, gotta go down so you can go back up again?
Oh, hold on. We're gonna do this together. Okay,
right.
We're gonna go all the way back, and you're gonna go down on 3. Ready?
All right.
1, 2, 3.
We're nose diving. Oh my God.
And then we're gonna go back up.
Woo! Here we go.
All the way up, all the way up. This is so cool. I have a conspiracy theory.
What's that?
This is a spaceship.
This is a spaceship?
No, no, look at it. It's a flying saucer. And they're aliens. Oh my God.
Makes sense. Makes sense. I mean, is it not supposed to be a top?
I don't know. I'm going, because there's comments, I'm going with, it's a spaceship. Dinosaurs are aliens.
Spaceship would make sense too, because we are traveling back in time, right? I mean, just down the road we are, not here. This is just like a roadside. Anyway, it's about to be history. So obviously we can't do any of these games because they're not open yet. They should be open soon, but not now. So ready to keep moving?
Yeah, off to Asia.
On our way over to Asia, of course, we're gonna pass by Finding Nemo, the show. The first show is at 11, and then the second one is at noon. So since we're gonna be out of the park by noon, we have to catch the 11 o'clock show if we wanna do this.
We're gonna try and see what happens.
We'll see. But of course, right now we're headed toward Expedition Everest. I haven't even checked the wait times, so I have no idea what that's gonna look like. We'll see if this is an attraction we want to do or skip based on how long the line is, because of course we are going for speed today. I am speed. I'm trying to be. Anyway, we also have the option of doing single rider here. What did you just see on that board?
Expedition Everest is only 10 minutes.
Only 10 minutes?
Yeah.
All right, so we're looking like we're in good shape. Let's get in line. Now, I also think it's worth mentioning that we are not using Lightning Lane today because we're just doing this for free. No additional cost to make this work. Of course, people have a lot of mixed feelings on whether or not Lightning Lane makes sense for Animal Kingdom. I'm not going to debate that today. I also think it's worth noting that if you do go the route of getting Lightning Lane multi-pass, I don't think that you're going to be able to do this in a half day any more than if you do what we're doing today. Just about to board now, and it is 9:56. How was it?
It's fun. It's a great ride.
I know, I love that one.
It's a great ride.
It did make me feel a little motion sick this time because I saw that the lights were on in a portion of the mountain. Did you see that?
No.
So like there were some lights on, and if you looked in just the right spot, you could like see inside, like behind the scenes. And so I focused on that, and then I was like, oh man.
Oh wow.
But it's now 10:03. Time to get moving. I think our next stop is Kali River Rapids.
I think so.
Let's make our way over. So here we are, Kali River Rapids. Now, I think it's safe to say that most of you probably aren't going on this.
Probably not. And even so, we can kind of compensate for it. It is a 5-minute wait. So.
You know, I mean, it would be like a 20-minute addition to our day start to finish. So we'll just take that into consideration, but I think I want to skip this for today just because I'm not feeling it. Look how cute I am. I don't want to get wet looking this cute.
She's adorable.
Anyway, we are going to still make our way back here though, because there is a walking trail, so let's do that. Also, for the record, quick bathroom break, because we haven't stopped for bathroom breaks or snacks, and that is part of a Disney day. So we'll be back in a second.
While waiting for Catherine, I now have some companions. Just hanging out with me.
All right, well, it's now 10:11, so let's get moving. I think our next stop is the walking trail. Did we already tell them that that's what we wanted to do?
Yeah, we already told them.
All right, sorry, I forgot. Let's go. Now, of course, the walking trail in question is called the Maharaja Jungle Trek. I tell you guys about this all the time. It is just past the entrance for Kali River Rapids. This is a really cool trail. It's nice, out of the way, kind of quiet, shaded. When you see us post pictures of the aviary, like we're walking through this beautiful aviary with tons of birds, this is the trail that we're walking through. Of course, we're going for speed today, so we're just gonna make our way through rather quickly, not focus too much time on anything. Oh, check them out.
Those are the lion-tailed macaques.
A little hard to see, but he's right there. Got some bats in here, some flying foxes. They're really cool, but like I said, just gonna pass by real quick. Though, you might be able to get a peek on this side. Oh, I can see some up there. Look up that way. Just stretching their wings, enjoying the sun. We were here first thing in the morning the other day, and we got to see them come out of their, like, what do they call it?
Roost?
It's like their nighttime enclosure. It was so cool. I definitely recommend checking it out. Of course, we got Tiger in here as well, sleeping in the corner. We should be able to see some more tigers out this way. Maybe, depends if they're active or if they're snoozing like that other tiger. I don't see anyone today. All right, let's keep moving. The aviary is back here as well. We just bypassed it though because, of course, trying to save some time, but I do think that this is a nice little walking trail. It's worth taking the time to do. Taking the time to check out all the animals here at Animal Kingdom, at least in my opinion, is a must. Of course, there are people who think that you should just skip Animal Kingdom altogether because you can go to your local zoo and see animals. But I have to say, I don't like that suggestion. I mean, of course, do whatever works for you, and if you have to cut corners and cut a park out and Animal Kingdom seems like the right choice for you and your family, you do you. But one thing that I don't think people realize when they make that suggestion is that not every family has access to even the most basic zoo, you know? Like, it's easy to be like, oh, just do that at home, but what is easily accessible for you might not necessarily be easily accessible for someone else. This might be their only opportunity to do something like this. So I don't know, just keep that in mind. Now, next up is Feathered Friends in Flight. That happens right here. I think, since it is just about 10:30, yes, the next show is at 10:30, so let's do it. This is a good show. I don't come to see this show often enough. They have some birds and, I mean, feathered friends in flight, right? Birds. But they also do some really cool things. So I think it's worth checking out. What about you?
I think this is probably one of my favorite shows at Disney, actually.
It is a great one.
It's an amazing experience, and if you're sitting in the right spot, it gets really awesome.
It is pretty cool if you're sitting in the right spot, and I think we're sitting in the right spot today.
Darn close to it.
All right, let's watch the show.
But our first vocal book bird just flew in. This is Harvey, everyone. Harvey is the instructor of hornbill. They're a smaller species of hornbill, and they are built to be agile flyers. It's fine for Chris, but it looks like we're not waiting for that owl. Oh, here he is. 7-foot wingspan. Her older brothers, the male of these species, they can get up to an 11-foot wingspan.
All right, so we just wrapped up Feathered Friends in Flight, which was great. I love that show. You seem to be really enjoying yourself.
I've only done that show once. I definitely don't do it enough. I never get a chance to get out here when it's actually playing. So the fact that I got a chance to do it today because we're making this video makes it even more special. So thank you very much for
being here.
Yeah, making us make this video.
You know what? Just thanks for watching.
Yeah.
Because it's the questions that you might have that we anticipate that leads us to do things like this. And sometimes those things are pretty special, just like TriceraTop Spin. That was another thing that was so much fun. Anyway, it's 11:04 right now, which means we have missed the first show of the Finding Nemo musical. And realistically, we only have like one more attraction in us, assuming that it's something around a 30-minute wait, because, you know, it does take however long to wait in the queue, and then about 20 to 30 minutes to get through pretty much any attraction. So,
one thing to know though, Also to include Finding Nemo show going off at 11. Festival of the Lion King actually popped off at 11 as well.
Yes, so there was a show at 11. There's also a show at 10, and there will be another show at 12. But since we need to have everything wrapped up by 12, because of course we're finishing by lunchtime, we won't be able to catch that show today. Now we also have to double check when the next show for Finding Nemo is. I think it's at noon, which means that's out too. So we've got very limited options available to us when it comes to moving forward with our day. And of course, we haven't stopped for food or snacks. We only did one bathroom break.
It's not a half-day park, people.
It's not a half-day park. I mean, you know, I try and make these things work, but anyway, we're wasting a lot of time. Let's keep moving and make our way to the next thing. So next order of business, we're making our way toward the safari. Of course, in order to get there, we do need to pass Rafiki's Planet Watch as well as the Gorilla Falls Exploration Trail. Now, we're not going to go to Rafiki's Planet Watch today because, of course, timing is everything, but that's a great place to stop. Not only do they have a petting zoo and a number of exhibits, but they have the animation experience over there, which is a really great way to not only learn something, have a little bit of fun indoors, but you get a free souvenir, which is awesome. Now, of course, I mentioned that we are nearby the safari, which this is the line for the safari. It's currently a 60-minute wait, so that's out. We've also got some great live entertainment happening right there, but we're not going to stop and watch because we got to keep moving. Now, of course, if we keep making our way around, we'll end up in Pandora World of Avatar. The other option is to take this bridge back to Discovery Island, which I think might be the route that we want to go. But let's take a second and talk a little bit about wait times. So if we do make our way to Avatar, we have Flight of Passage at 90 minutes, Navi River Journey at 65. Neither of those are going to fit into our plans today. Kilimanjaro Safaris, like I mentioned, is 60 minutes. We can meet Mickey and Minnie. That's a 30-minute standby right now. And then, of course, Tough to Be a Bug, which is a show, that's 10 minutes. We could do that. Do you want to go do Tough to Be a Bug?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, let's go. Now, as we make our way toward It's Tough to Be a Bug, it is worth noting we passed a number of animal exhibits, including the Tree of Life Garden, and there's a macaw show happening right there. And of course, Doug and Russell. But we have arrived. 10-minute wait. Oh, there go the macaws. They're so pretty. It's such a great show to stop and watch as well. But again, very tight for time today.
I didn't realize they're actually in danger.
Yeah, you know, I don't know anything about animals or bugs, as we have learned multiple times here on the channel. But there's so much to learn here at Animal Kingdom, like lots of information that you can just soak up as you're wandering through the park, stopping to watch those shows, doing the attractions. You know, there's a lot. There's a lot here. There's one thing I learn from this attraction every time I'm on this attraction, though. You know what it is, Russ?
What's that?
It's that children are always hoodwinked by their parents into thinking that this is going to be fun. It's never fun. It's never fun for the kids. The amount of kids that run screaming out of the theater from this attraction, it's a lot. But they are going to be changing this. It's going to be a Zootopia attraction, which, I don't know, okay? But I am happy that hopefully it turns a little bit more family friendly.
Head to my friend by the stroller.
This means war! Fire target, Black Widow fighter! Go!
All right, so at this point, it's now about 11:45, actually it's 11:45 right on the dot, and that means we only have 15 minutes left before we've reached lunchtime and before we call it a half a day. Right off the bat, We haven't made it to Pandora World of Avatar. We didn't do either of the attractions there. We only had one bathroom break today, so think about what that would look like with your family, because that's not how it's gonna go if you're traveling with kids. We didn't have any snacks, no drinks. I mean, we brought our own drinks, but we didn't like stop and get a coffee or anything like that. No meals, at least not as of yet. And there's still a lot.
We didn't stop for any of the live entertainment.
Nope.
We didn't go to Rafiki's Planet Watch.
There's that.
Technically it counts because this is actually currently being filmed during the holiday season. We didn't see Santa, even though it's a one and done this year.
That's true.
But still.
Then there's all those meet and greets over at DinoLand USA along with Santa too. So, you know, Chip, Dale, Donald, we didn't do any of that. We didn't play any games over there.
Didn't go into the boneyard, so if you have the kiddos, they didn't go into the boneyard. If you have Wilderness Explorers, you're not doing the Wilderness Explorer program.
No, that's a free activity, by the way, so no extra cost there, but you do wander around the parks, do a lot of those trails, learn a little something. None of that here today.
Missed Festival of the Lion King, missed Finding Nemo.
The musical.
I didn't even get a breakfast sandwich.
No, and we didn't do the safari.
We didn't do the Gorilla Falls Trail.
True. So, I mean, I feel like there's a lot more to do here than you could accomplish in half a day. And sure, we could argue that if you had Lightning Lane, but I don't think that that's a good argument. I think that you guys who say this, you're just coming here for a couple attractions and calling it good. I will say though, something that we were talking about a little bit earlier, if you're thinking about doing some sort of skip the line service, you do have the option here at Animal Kingdom of getting that single pass, the Lightning Lane single pass for Flight of Passage, which I think would be a good call because that one does have quite a long line throughout the day. What do you think about that?
Yeah, 100%. Like it's at least saving you an hour.
Yeah, for
Easily.
sure. I do think that, especially if you're really trying to cram Animal Kingdom into a half day, that's probably the best way to go. If we were doing this and, you know, it's a one and done trip to Animal Kingdom for us, that definitely would be something that I would spring for, though I don't necessarily think that it would be worth getting multi-pass, not in my opinion. We barely waited to get on any attractions today.
The multi-pass is only going to save you, I truly believe, on Navi River Journey and the Safari in particular.
Yes.
Those two. Outside of that, I don't think it's worth it. Now, in my head, I'm actually thinking of this while we're actually recording. You could sacrifice, you'd have to sacrifice a land. Sacrifice DinoLand, sacrifice like Africa to knock out the rest of the park.
Yeah.
You're sacrificing one of them.
But either way, sacrifice is being made, so you're still not seeing the whole park. And we could have this conversation for any park, you know, like not everyone is gonna want to do every attraction.
Right.
So you could cut down on time if you skip out on things, but I think it's quite the stretch to say that Animal Kingdom is a half-day park. I mean, like I said, it's noon. We barely scratched the surface. And even when we did some things like that Maharaja Jungle Trek, we just breezed through there. We didn't even see the whole thing. So I don't know. I just think that saying that Animal Kingdom is a half day is saying that you don't fully understand what there is to do here. And I think that there's so much more here than people realize. So maybe take some time. We always say this, slow down, enjoy your surroundings, enjoy your family, and you might be surprised just how much there is right here. But look, before we wrap this up, and we're gonna wrap this up because I gotta grab some food. Look, everyone vacations differently. We say this all the time, right? Like what we do isn't necessarily gonna work for you, and what someone else does doesn't necessarily work for you and your family dynamic either. So if a half day at Animal Kingdom is what works best for you and your family, great. You do you. But I just want to make sure that everyone understands there's more to Animal Kingdom than can fit in that half day. Because I don't want you to come here and realize that you missed out because you had plans for the second half of your day. You know, no one wants to be in that position. So just keep this in mind. And of course, let us know if you do half days at Animal Kingdom, how you do that, what you prefer to ride, or what shows you prefer to see, what you skip out on. We want to hear all of it in a comment down below. I'm actually really curious to see what people have to say, because oftentimes when I talk about DinoLand, everyone says that they skip that. So maybe that's what they skip out on when they visit the park. Anyway, let us know your thoughts in a comment. But for now, we're off. Thanks so much for hanging out with us. We hope you guys had a good time.
Yeah, thanks everybody. Appreciate it.
Yeah, and we'll see you next time.
All right, have a good one.
Bye.
Bye.